and all.
This lawnmower starts really hard, and my husband has a hard time with his bad arm to even get it started, and he brought out here, started up before he left work to make sure it's going to start easy for me. But I don't know if I'll get it started or if I won't get it started, but oh, my allergies, wow. We're already getting more done today than we anticipated because he was able to get some of the yard work done before he went to work, and now I'm just like taking over for however much I can do. So we'll see here in a minute what happens. From bringing it home on the road, is that why it's so dirty?
Friggin' what pollen and stuff goes through it.
So that water will run right through that brush?
Yeah. Yeah, because it mixes the soap.
Oh, you put the soap in there. What are you using for soap? Car wash?
Yeah. Oh, my.
Oh, wow. When I had showed you guys earlier this spring that I was planting those fiddlehead ferns over in the area where the ferns grow wild. Now look at this. There's no end to them. They go all the way down into the woods. Every type of wild Maine fern except the fiddleheads. I won't be able to tell till next spring if the fiddleheads even grew, because it would be like a needle in a haystack to try and find those. And they're only edible in the spring before they unroll and are full ferns anyways. And they have a unique look to them. So I'll be watching for them, and obviously I want them for a food source as they spread. But anyways, that's how many natural ferns I have around here. And my viewer Becky has gotten me really seeing the beauty in them. So like up by the house, I'll show you, like I left one by the lilac bush when I weed whacked. Before Becky had noticed my ferns and was commenting on how beautiful they were, I just thought I was supposed to weed whack them, and I always weed whacked them. And then on this side of the driveway, it's the same deal. I'll walk you up through and show you. And this is a cinnamon fern with the brown things coming up. Now, the fiddlehead fern that I planted, in case you're wondering which kind is edible, its real name is the ostrich fern. And that is the only edible fern that I know of. So if you're not familiar with your types of ferns, don't just go picking ferns and eating them. But anyhow, so I do weed whacking on this side of the yard, and I just take it back to the fern line. Fern at the base of the lilac bush that I left for you, Becky. Okay, I have to show you guys my tomato plants. I still do not have all of them in the ground because I have been busy trying to do all of the yard work that needs to be done. And they're just fine in the greenhouse anyways. You know, we're still getting cold nights, like not freezing, but in the 40s, and that's not really all that good for them. Take a look at these tomato plants. I am so proud of these. I started them from seed, and just look at those. Look at the size of the stalk. I am thrilled, absolutely thrilled. And I'll have to do the most of the gardening in a separate video, but I am going to do a couple of things tonight to add to this video. And there's just so much work to do around here. I can't keep up with it all, and I can't seem to show it all. All right, let's go plant some flowers. Okay, here is the planter that Becky gave me. You can't really tell from the picture, but this thing is ginormous. It's like the size of a clothes basket, maybe a little bigger, you know, clothes hamper, not a basket, because it's taller than a basket. I got some bird doo-doo and stuff here I'm just wiping off. Okay, so first of all, I have this voluntary lettuce plant that just started up on its own in here, and I thought about digging it up, but then I thought, well, if it started on its own in here and it's happy, why am I going to dig it up and then maybe it won't do as well? So I'm going to just go ahead and plant my flowers around it, and, you know, hopefully they won't grow in a way that interferes with the lettuce. The first thing I'm going to do is I am going to do some of these Susie orange, and what they are is a really tiny black-eyed Susan that climbs, and I do have a little trellis I can put to the back of this. I didn't think to grab it downstairs yet, so I will just plant the stuff now, and then as it comes up I can add the trellis. But I'll keep that in mind and leave, you know, some room for the trellis. My husband went into Walmart, our little Walmart, and he was going to get me a couple of flats of flowers to mix in to some of my stuff. And I told him, I said, don't pay more than $5 a flat, because I don't want a lot of money into flowers this year. And I said, you know, when I was at Super Walmart, they had all kinds for under $5. Well, when he got there to our small Walmart, that was not the case. And he said everything looked like it hadn't been watered, and they were just charging way too much, $5 for a single flower. And so he called me and he said, what do you want me to do? Do you want to pay more? I don't want to bring this other stuff home. And I said, no, I got seeds and we'll just make do. It'll be what it is. You know, my goodness, you can end up with so much in gardening. It's just ridiculous. I'm not sure what these few little things are started here. I'm going to kind of plant around them. I can always weed them out after, just in case it's a voluntary crop that we might want to keep. And then I have these 4 o'clock seeds from Becky. She sent me from Kentucky from her plants, and I've never grown 4 o'clocks. I don't really know what to expect, but I am going to scatter those all in the rest of the area here. And we'll see what becomes of that. And I'm putting all of them, Becky. I don't really know what to expect, so I am just scattering them all here. I may get more than I can handle, but once again, I can weed some out. I want to make sure they grow good and I get enough. Okay, I'll keep you posted, guys, on what happens with these. I think from what I've read, these can be a perennial in some locations, but of course, unfortunately, you know, they won't be for me. And, oh, Becky, I did open the envelope up that you sent me first, and I shared some around with friends and kept about half for myself because nobody around here had grown any of these, and I wanted different people, you know, to be able to try them. So, all right, there is that. Now, moving on. Okay, guys, if you're new to the channel, this is the tub out of a dryer, and my husband removed it and put it out here for me many years ago, and I painted it, and I hand painted the sunflower on the front of it, and then I put a clear coat of spray paint over the whole thing so that it would last. and I am going to plant my sunflowers in here, and I'll probably end up putting a tomato plant in here too. I don't know if Sloopy will leave it alone or not, but I have got so many of those tomato plants. I don't know where I'm going to put them all. So, but for tonight, we are just going to remove these metal flowers long enough to dig that up and plant our sunflowers, and then we'll straighten those up and put them back in because they help to keep Sloopy out of there. And this is on sloped ground, so it's very hard for me to find a place that my tripod will stand. There's really no way to get it like where you can see what I'm doing in the tub there. The best I can do is to get you way back here, and then you can just see me working, but you really can't see up close. Oh, the flies are horrible. Just horrid. I am getting chewed right up alive here. This does pretty good and doesn't collect a lot of weeds. I don't have to do much turning up of the soil because that pine tree right there, I don't know if you can see it on the video or not, I'll show you in a minute. It puts down enough pine needles in here that it acts like a natural mulch, and I don't get too much. The grass stays very, very easy for me to pull up. It's not super rooted or anything, and I love that. I love that I don't have to like try to hoe it or anything like that. It's just amazing. Okay, this is the pine tree. I don't know how far back I'm gonna have to get for you guys to be able to see the whole thing here. Okay, it's really big. The camera does not even begin to show its size. It is enormous. Everything always looks so small on camera when it's gigantic. It's so weird. Okay, I have a few zip ties in my pocket, and those are just reflective poles that I have the metal flowers zip tied to, just so they'll be tall enough that we can see them. Okay, there we go. I'm just going to scatter the sunflowers. There's seed that I saved last year from assorted sunflowers that I grew. Welcome right in the middle. Okay, that is it for this video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more gardening videos like this. Bye!